My name is Fred Angelopoulos. I'm the Short One Capital up in Silicon Valley. And I met Nick a couple years ago, Nick Karnik, who's the CEO of INMedia. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. But first I want to give you some very important data that I got from my daughter last night. She's a junior in high school. 183,698,426. That's the number of views that the little British kid getting bit by his little brother, Owl Charlie. That's the number of times that clip has been seen. That's 10 times more than the amount of people who watch American Idol. So 183 million watched Owl Charlie, if you've ever seen that clip. It became culture in my house. And then there's the one where the kid comes back from the dentist. And anyways, the point being is that about 60% of the content we view today, we don't watch on our television. Television now is only about 40%. And yet it's probably the most glamorous and most beloved appliance in our house. When I met Nick a couple of years ago, he completely got this. He said, Fred, this all needs to come together in IPTV. And he was a visionary back then, and he really understood this, and I believed it from the moment I met him. And what you're going to see today is a product of 2 years of work that I think Nick has championed and has done an incredible job at bringing this convergence of media. So I'd like to introduce you to Nick Karnik, who's the CEO of INMedia.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much, and good afternoon to all of you. Before I begin, my attorney said I need to read this out aloud, so I have to do that. Kindly excuse me for that, but I need to finish this. This information presented today may contain forward-looking statements that may involve a number of risks and uncertainties. Actual events or results could differ materially from expectations and projections set out today. Forward-looking statements include receipt of regulatory approval, statements on proposed use of proceeds, completion of financing on terms proposed, and the ability to raise additional funds if required. The development potential and timetable of the company's implementation of its business plan, development and production of business, future costs, success of the business plan, government regulatory matters, discussion of political and environmental risk. Forward-looking statements are based on the opinions and estimates of management of the company. Forward-looking statements are subject to known and unknown risks that may cause actual results to be materially different from stated opinions and estimates of management. While company's management has attempted to determine the factors that could cause actual results to differ materially from estimated results contained in forward-looking statements, there may be other factors that cause results not to be as anticipated. The company provides no assurance that such forward-looking statements will provide accurate or not materially different than projected. Therefore, you should not place unreasonable reliance on stated forward-looking statements. The information presented today is confidential, constitute material non-public information, and does not constitute an offer to sell or a solicitation of an offer to sell any of the securities in the United States. The securities have not been and will not be registered under the United States Securities Act of 1933 as amended, or any state securities laws, and may not be offered or sold within the United States or to U.S. persons unless registered under the U.S. Securities Act and applicable state securities laws, or an exemption from such registration is available. Thank you. The only thing mandatory today is that you have to have your checkbooks. So let's begin to see what is INMedia, and when we say, are you in? That's the question which you're asking. Everyone's saying, are you in to see what's going to be the future? What's going to be the future of broadband? What's going to be the future of the new emerging technologies which have already changed the world? We are already on Web 2.0, and companies have already changed the way we think, the way we do business, the way we even watch and view media. A little bit story, what we have seen so far, the devices have changed the world thanks to Steve Jobs and company. They brought in something new, phenomenal. But before that, we had Web 1.0, when we started looking at the way the books were being bought online. that was the first part coming in. Online stores emerged in the market. People no longer wanted to have the feel and touch and look and feel and say, then you get your material and clothing. People thought initially that e-commerce and giving your information, giving your credit card out is not that great. Today, you are very free to type in the information saying that there is someone out over there who is going to take care of the security. So life has changed. Thanks to Amazon, thanks to eBay, where you are freely able to ensure that you can buy goods, those are of real good quality. And then came the next generation, which was of YouTube, user-generated content. Everybody loved the idea, like what he said, you know, the many hits which are coming in, millions and millions of people hooked on. So it's like the old American show, the America's Funniest Moments. That was one hell of a show because you had free content coming in from users. So the whole idea of YouTube came from there. You know, there's zero cost for having any content created because I'm just doing a user-supported content. Came to the next part as once you have search engine and you have Googles of the world, everything becoming free. You don't need to pay money. So things have started to change. The emerging technologies have got it cleared so that so much content has been generated right now. And if you walk in, you'll see digital signage, you have cell phones, you know, practically everybody is living out of their Blackberries. You see checking emails, you have at home multiple televisions, plus you have PCs. You're getting high definition content which is coming in. People love to see that, the new things which are coming in. So the content certainly has got created in a large quantities. But then the problem still existed as